if I were Tim Tebow's PR person, if I were in charge of rehabbing his image, of being like, here's what you have to do next, these are the top 5 options I would offer him. And I've ranked them. So this is like the last one that I would suggest. I'd be like, Tim, I think you should try being a golf pro. Because he could, hear me out. I've thought this through. He could stay in Florida.
Yeah.
He could work at a country club near Gainesville. So he would be a hero. He would be a huge draw for the country club. So he could probably get a lot of money from sponsorships in terms of just, and as a golf pro, like, I'm sure he knows how to play golf decently enough. Like, you can get away with not really knowing how to play golf. No offense to all the golf pros out there, but like, a lot of your job is sort of hanging out, like you need to be good at talking to people. And I think that he would be good at that. He can be charming on television. And that he could turn it into sort of a shtick, and he could like tweet as Tim Tebow, the golf pro. And I think that even people like me who aren't his hugest fans, would begrudgingly like it.
Okay.
4th option is he could go on a reality show, or he could start his own. And I think that there's a lot to work with if you did a reality show on Tim Tebow, the golf pro. It also rhymes.
There you go. Tim Tebow, the golf pro.
Okay. The 3rd thing I think he could do is become a Peloton instructor.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great one. The motivation, the positivity at all times. He's already in great shape. He's got the look down of,
I was hoping that you would see. I wanted you to take this one, actually, because I was like, if you can see it as clearly as I can see it, it feels kind of like a no-brainer. I do think that another thing that he would have, Peloton instructors, they get kind of famous. Like, people get obsessed with them.
Yes.
And I think that he could have he could be like the Jesus Peloton instructor guy who, even if you're not Christian, you're sort of like, I mean, Charlotte, I have my best rides with him. You know what I mean?
Are you nuts? Like, I'm 100%. If I can go to church and do a Peloton at the same time, I can kill 2 birds with one stone. Done. My
number 2 is he should be an NFL broadcaster, because I think that if he is surprisingly great, like Tony Romo, because Tebow has been on television, like he knows how to talk on camera. He's not bad at it. And he's always done sort of college football stuff. But I think that if he goes right to the big leagues and he can be self-deprecating about like, well, my time as a tight end, I think that he could really rehab his image.
People want him to be a college commentator because he won the Heisman. So like when he talks, they're willing to listen to him. I'm worried that like if he's talking about the NFL, people are like, who cares? This guy sucked. But then also I sucked at basketball and I talk about college basketball.
No.
So maybe I'm just like projecting my own insecurities onto this Tim Tebow NFL broadcaster situation.
Well, okay. First of all, that's always a possibility. Second of all, I think that you might be right, but I wanted to say something different from just college.
It would be hilarious though if he only talked about his like he was an NFL broadcaster and he never once mentioned like quarterback play, And like Jim Nance,
he just talked about tight ends as though he was like the expert on tight ends.
Yeah, they're like Jim Nance throws it to him, and they're like, "What is Mahomes thinking here, Tim?" He's like, "I'm not really sure, but Kelsey on this play, I think is."
He's like, honestly, never been there. Couldn't put myself in his shoes. However, well, this brings me to my number 1 thing, which is that I think that, and this is I'm serious about this. I think that if Tim Tebow wants to salvage what is left of his athletic reputation, he needs to become an assistant college football coach at Florida.
Yeah.
That's it. That is the ultimate.
Right. Yeah. I think he comes back and he I don't know what he's coaching, but it can't be like offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. It needs to be like something very specialized and like sideline coach, or just like he's literally the minister of culture. That's what Matthew McConaughey is for Texas. And then Tim comes back and he's like, I'm the minister of culture. And they're like, oh God.
Hey pals, thanks for watching the People's Sports Podcast YouTube channel. For more of mine and Mark's very weird rabbit holes, stick around, watch more. You can subscribe, smash that subscribe button. You know you want to. We're going to give you all the weird stuff we possibly can.